Give you a tour of my young food forest in North Wales. There's a few, I grow quite a lot of unusual crops, and I've done quite well with some of them this year. I'll show you. This is just a blackcurrant sage, and I've got some Chilean guava which have some fruit on, nice shiny leaves. I've got a hedge here that's done really well. These are really exotic tasting fruit all the way along, full of fruit. These are definitely worth growing wherever you are in the UK. Do quite well all the way up north. I'm quite far north in Wales, so gives you a good idea of how they respond to the climate. Lots of fruit, as you can see. Some fuchsias that also provide fruit. They seem to have stopped setting fruit now. I think it's a bit cold. Still doing well for the pollinators, so lots of flowers on them still. And there's a young medlar. This is a Nottingham. I think there's most of the hips, the fruit have dropped now. It's quite a gnarly tree, but they're naturally dwarfing. Quite good for a small garden. Oh, there's one fruit there. A decent size. And I've got some hazel, some rowan that have already gone dormant. There's a few holding onto some leaves and some berries. Again, some hazel, some sweet chestnut at the top there. There's a holly and berberis hedge, evergreen hedge, just to stop the wind. This part of Wales gets a lot of wind. I'm sure you can hear it in the video. We've got a small strawberry tree with some lemon balm next to it. That lemon balm makes amazing tea, really nice herbal tea, very good for sleep and relaxation. I often make a big jug of it. Got a nice native spindle tree. Just some of the autumn colours just starting with the fruit that'll open up, and there's orange seeds inside of it. So yeah, they're really nice to look at this time of year, and even nicer soon enough. Like I say, there's a thick, some dogwood, hazel, sweet chestnut, rowan. That's most of what this hedge is here. Quite densely planted as well. Just there's a Japanese technique where you densely plant trees, and they're supposed to grow a lot quicker, and it was just an experiment really with the wind round here, and they've done really well. They're twice the size of the ones I've planted, a bit more sparingly, you know, more spaced out. A nice young yew tree here that I'm going to shape in the future. Going to go for a shape of a cow, but see how that turns out, see how creative I get. Here's another medlar tree with a lot more fruit on it. You can see them dotted about. Some there, quite a lot. Well, there's some fruit that's not quite set, but yeah, this is a Westerveld. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that quite right, but it grows a much upright tree. So yeah, the Nottingham's small and gnarly. This is quite a bit bigger and spreading, but still similar age trees. It's done really well, quite happy with that. I've done some strawberry trees that have done really well. They've got a lot of flowers on them. They're not quite opened yet. But the fruit on these take a year to ripen, so it's just one I kind of leave to it, and every now and again you spot a fruit and have that down, get that down, yeah. Say berberis and holly here. I've got a bit of a mulched bit that I'm just weeding at the moment, a bit of a mess. As you can see, I'm not a very formal gardener. I like to garden with nature, kind of let things overgrow. And this is New Zealand bottlebrush tree. It's actually got some late flowers on it still, really nice colours, lots of food for the pollinators. You get all sorts on them. I've got a quince here that I seem to struggle in North Wales with growing quince. We've got a few and they've never really, they get some kind of dieback, you know, you see a lot. I know it's the time of year where they'd lose the leaves anyway, but you get this throughout summer on this tree. So I wonder if any of you guys have had any trouble with quinces and know any ways of kind of getting around it. It might just be something simple like the soil pH, but I think we're quite acidic because we're by we've got a lot of heathland around us, so there's some beehives. I keep some bees, so 5 hives here. They're all doing well, finishing for the year. Little hedge just to keep the wind. I think that's Egnialis. I'm not very good at the pronunciation, but even this time of year they get nice flowers on them. I've got a bit of kale over there, bit of quinoa and amaranth that's gone to seed, and a spinach, perpetual spinach. I'm letting that go to seed so I can get loads more off that. So the kale's done really well. Little walnut tree behind it. This is a little mulberry tree, one of the ever-bearing ones, so you get fruit throughout the year, smaller quantities but spread out more. This is a juniper growing amongst all the grass. It's a very low-lying one, so the weeds do grow in it quite a lot, but get that cleared. Yeah, there's another bottle brush behind the beehives. That one's a bit more of a pink flowered one, but there's a bird cherry. I've actually got some medlar dates here that grew from seed. They've been out 2 years now. They've slowed down with the growth, but since putting them out, but they're still growing. So I probably should cover this with some kind of polythene or something to insulate them a bit through winter. I'll get that done soon. Here's a little foxglove tree, not very big but doing alright. Some apples, another apple tree, some red apples on it. We've got Tasmanian mountain pepper, very spicy leaves, and I've got a few of them, but you need the male and the female and you get really nice, they're like blueberries with a pepper kick, but when you try them you can use them just as peppercorns. Some aronia trees, which are another one that I highly recommend everyone in the UK grows. There's lots of fruit off them, they don't get very big. Got some blueberries because we've got some acidic soil around here and they seem to like it. Nasturtiums growing in between everything. Like I say, I'm sure you'll notice it's very weedy, my garden. You know, I'm wild, but that's how I roll. You know, I work with nature a bit more, let it go a bit wild. Some blow thistles there, one of my favourite flowers. Some verbena, the lollipop variety. They seem to just grow, you know, they seem to grow really well around here with very little attention. There's a small crab apple here for the birds and to pollinate my other apples. Look more like cherries these though, but they hold on the tree well and feed the birds. A rosehip hedge. I've made a lot of rosehip syrup already, and as you can see they're still covered in fruit, so they're really good. A bit more harder to contain these a bit. I've got to make sure that I'm mowing around the hedge, otherwise they take over the world. Another strawberry tree with some bigger flowers on it. Very good for the bees, this. Oh, and there's some fruit, a bit bigger. It gets maybe golf ball size, turns bright red when it's ready, goes soft. I really like the fruit, but a lot of people find after one or two they don't want any more. They enjoy them, but in Latin the name translates to only eat one. So I think maybe there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't be able to gorge themselves on, but it's quite nice to have fruit where you can just pick. This is a really nice big blackcurrant sage bees absolutely love it, especially the bumblebees. We've got a nice Marcibella plum, it's done quite well. Another Egnialis, the evergreen behind it, covered in flowers. That it's quite a lot. I do try and keep or grow stuff that flowers most of the year, you know, so there's always a source of food for the pollinators. Just get a bit closer to this one, show you some of the very petite flowers, but there's some. There's some. They're very small, but the bees do like them. We've got a bush cherry tree for a trial. I've got about 2 of them, so I just thought I'd try, see how they fruited. Easier to pick, and they're good fruiters, to be fair. Don't usually have much luck. There's another Egnialis. Got some fig trees in here. Done really well this year. I think I've got about 5 of them. Done just as well as this one. Figs, picking my own figs is one of the things that really, appeal to me. I love figs, and I bet they taste so much better off the tree. Bit of a small gnarly mulberry tree. I don't know if you can see just there. Some more chestnut, some hornbeam. Just they support a lot of wildlife. Decent sized birch at the back. Some more juniper. I've had quite a few fruits off these, and they're struggling in the wild. There's another one. So I think I've got about 10 of these planted throughout the field. Give them a helping hand. And you can obviously use the juniper berries in the kitchen, make your own gin. There's loads of stuff you can do with them. And the bees and the wasps as well come early in the year and really enjoy picking the aphids and pollinating them. So they've done really well. I've got a Swedish white beam. It's the type of sorbus related to our mountain ash, the rowan white beam, but this one is a bit more edible fruits on it than our native white beam, which you can eat also, but I think you have to cook, make kind of a hedgerow jam or something with them. There's another sweet chestnut. I've done a dead hedge at the back of this field. It's full of life. I've got some hedgehogs. I put a box over here. I've seen stoats and weasels, all sorts going in there. There's the back of my rose hedge. I've got some ash from, there's a lot of ash dieback around here, so we've had a few trees felled, and I've managed to save a few nice bits of wood, so I'm thinking about doing slabs with them, walk-in slabs, just slice them up into like dinner plates and then put them as a path. That'll look nice. Got a few annuals and stuff. I've got parsley, some nigella just dotted about. There's a Cornelian cherry, which is a type of dogwood, related to the dogwood. Our native dogwood's very similar, but this produces like cherries. They're very nice, nutritious, highly nutritious, and that's done really well behind this rose hedge. Bit of shelter. Some marigolds, globe artichokes, always a spectacular. It's end of October now, and they've just set out a new flush of heads as well, so it's nice to see. And most of them have died off for the winter. There's still a lot of colour in here though for this time of year. There's another one of those bush cherries. Got a copper beech because they're beautiful. I love the coppery tint to them. And there's my pond, looking a bit wild, but goes in theme with everything. I will be clearing this to maybe taking 1/3 to 2/3 of the growth out for spring. Let the air and the light get to it a bit more. A lot of pond life thrives in at least 1/3 of it being open water. So I'll get that cleared soon. It's the hedgerow all the way, the densely planted one. Got a buddleia over there that I keep in check. It's just a really good pollinator for the butterflies and the bees. Some more of these verbena. This is some kind of sorbus, very tall. Got some currants on the ends here. Don't know if you can see because it's so weedy, it's hard to distinguish if there's a curry plant just ahead of me. I've got some Japanese hardy ginger in the back there. I don't know if you can see the nice luscious green leaves just there. And there's a couple of them in there. Some marshmallow. Yeah, some more hazel. Probably zoom out. Some elm trees. But yeah, this is the garden mostly. There'll be more to show you if these videos take off. I've been wanting to make a YouTube video channel for a long time, and I'm not much of a good speaker, and yeah, there's been a few things that put me off all the time, but I figure do a video, see if there's any interest. I'd love to create a community of people that don't have to have a big space like I'm lucky enough to have, you know, just a small area. It's just a passion more. From the wild, there's another fig. Done really well. But yeah, so if I get any interest off this video, it'd be nice to create a community of people. I already watch, you know, a lot of channels very similar to what I'm doing here, like Hughes Nursery and Gaz Oakley, and there's various ones that I enjoy watching. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a go and see what you guys say. But yeah, this is the food forest. Hope you enjoy the video.